Also, because the people from Somalia are not cool with Ilhan Omar's her support of the peace support. Here it is where Matt Gaetz, an extreme right-winger, is actually standing up for Ilhan Omar, who people would be considering an extreme left-winger, because they agree on foreign policy. And then, even if he disagrees with her on foreign policy, he doesn't think that's a reason to disqualify her, unlike lots of other people. That's just ironic. Hey, we're doing live stand-up comedy in Los Angeles, Tempe, Arizona, Palm Springs, Milwaukee, Minneapolis, Nashville, Northampton, Massachusetts, and a lot more places. Go to jimmydore.com.
Alberto, uno café, senor.
Don't turn this naked as wrong. You're two-faced, Tommy. You're either two-faced or you're a wimp, baby boy. They're laughing at me.
Easy, easy. What's your problem?
They're laughing at me, Tommy, at me, Umberto Rubino. They're doing whatever they like.
Nobody does whatever they like, Umberto. They do what you let them do.
What?
And community.
You want somebody taken care of? I can handle it, but it's going to cost you. I know we're brothers and all, but this is business.
Tommy, you a real man. Business, a gentleman.
Doesn't work. And what does that tell you?
They have a load of product coming in offshore. Really good stuff.
At the beginning of the
We take
pandemic,
it, and we finish it.
telling the truth.
You take it, and I look after
Now
you.
in the United States,
Like my brother,
people should not
like
be
my
walking
son.
around with masks.
I think I prefer the cash to being bounced on your knee.
People are listening really
Amigo.
closely to that. Right now, people should not be walking. There's no reason to be walking around with a mask. When you're in the middle of an outbreak, wearing a mask might make people feel a little bit better, and it might even block a droplet, but it's not providing the perfect protection that people think. And often, there are unintended consequences. People keep fiddling with the mask and they keep sort of staying inside there or probably. So he was telling the truth then, as Dr. Vinny Prasad tells us. He says, because Trump would do academic tattoo and couldn't read the literature. All the literature was already there before. It was always negative. And Cochrane can say, so the literature is always there. And this Cochrane did all the bigger studies, and they, however the science of smarty pants people do it, they put it all together, and they said there's no studies that show that have little to no effect on the spread, community spread of viruses. Here's the big summary finding. With 76,000 participants in random controlled trials, or cluster random controlled trials, no reduction in influenza, or COVID-like illnesses, and no reduction in confirmed flu or COVID. That's so negative. These are the effect sizes and confidence intervals. I don't know what that means, but if you're a scientist, you probably do. And then here's the thing, and it shows you right here, I'll show you in a second. But this shows you that no, it doesn't do anything. So this is a relative effect, 0.84 to 1.09, basically nothing. So, this is like Fauci said what he said in his poll 60 minutes. He wasn't lying. The best evidence shows no benefit. That was before we saw conservative campaigns to promote cloth masking, a bizarre way to treat anxiety. People routinely wore cloth masks outside, something that was less 21st century and more third century, akin to animal sacrifice and dancing to make the rain come. That's what wearing a mask outside is. He's comparing it to doing a rain dance. That's how much science is behind wearing a mask outside. We never had good data that mask mandates help, or that mask advice, a softer policy, improves outcomes. Yet it was widely pushed, most likely to distract from true federal failure. After vaccination, not only do we not have evidence, but it is irrational to mask. At best, you marginally delay the inevitable, and unlike flu vax, there's no milestone you're waiting for. This is what I was saying since I had Dr. Robert Malone on my show in the summer of 2021. And when I started to see that this was the thing alive, and that mandated
Welcome back to The Wave, with music selected by me, Adam First. The record companies know I will only play the underground hot tracks. Next up, we have one of my most favorite records. It's a pneumatic drill of a record, hitting hard with unprecedented lyrical intensity. People of my city, I give you Gary Newman.
normality. Say hello to sexual ambiguity. Wave 103.
I feel like we're revolutionizing things here, or at least repackaging them for a new generation. I'll keep on with the music and off with the chat.
Seems a little time is needed. Decisions to be made.
The good advice of friends unheeded.
We never had good data that mask mandates help, or that mask advice, a softer policy, improves outcomes. Yet it was widely pushed, most likely to distract from true federal scrutiny. After vaccination, not only do we not have evidence, but it is irrational to mask. At best, you marginally delay the inevitable, and unlike flu-vax, there's no milestone you're waiting for. This is what I was saying since I had Dr. Robert Malone on my show in the summer of 2021. And when I started to see that this was, that they were lying, and that mandating stuff like this was wrong, and that there's actually deleterious effects. So when you wear a mask, the main way you pass that virus to yourself is through your fingers, and so you're always fidgeting with your mask. There's unintended consequences. And so when you touch your mask, you're actually putting the bacteria and the virus and shit on your mask that you're now breathing in, because all that stuff is on your fingertips, and then you're putting it on your mask. And that's the unintended. So that's why. So in a laboratory, in a perfect setting with a perfect fitting and this, that's one thing. But in community, the way people actually wear masks, it's well, here it is, and it can be worse for you. It can be worse for you because you're touching your mask all the time and you're getting virus and bacteria, or as Dr. Fauci said on the video, and there's unintended consequences. And that there are studies that show that masks have a negative effect and increase bad things. There are studies out there credible, and there's a theory about it that has a name. It's a quantum theory. I'll take it for name. So here's also one more thing that is devastating. Wearing a medical/surgical mask probably makes little or no difference compared to not wearing a mask. So, this is according to Dr. Vinay Prasad. Let me be clear, the science did not change.
This is the
Public
way
health
that
experts
I'm
have lawyers. So when I brought on Dr. Jay Botticello, who authored the Great Barriers and Declaration,
We're just going to take a break and listen to a few commercials.
to dealing with the COVID pandemic, and he was
If
cleared
you're
by
well
Dr.
informed
Fauci.
about music and tell everyone as I do,
Discredited.
you won't go
He came on
away.
the show, he told us that Fauci was telling the truth.
The key to feeling great is looking great, and the way to look great is to have great hair. That's
So I knew that when he came on our show, and Dr. Vinay says, who should we be angry with? Obviously, there is a class of Twitter experts that doesn't understand how to read evidence. Some of them have been promoted to be used for public health groups. So much for public health.
when Sissy spreads its hair for the future, not the past. When you have great hair, people know you're a winner.
And an urgency. Is it only
People's paranoia, heart palpitations, and nosebleeds, but your hair will be great.
Obviously, unlike
have
the
some
types
sad
of
news
studies that the CDC likes,
Rock and roll is
there's
dead
record
and pop
anecdotes.
is in.
This is what they were
Why not
basing
discover the
their mass
excitement of the
mandate
science of
on.
music?
Randomized trials are the best way to separate an intervention from the habits of someone who embraces them. So what are they? Randomized trials. Fauci controlled the NIAID budget. He could have run 10 random controlled trials of masking, different masks, different ages, different settings. He chose to run
Hey, Rico.
0.
Nice boat.
Why is that,
Ready?
you think?
See,
Is it
Tommy,
because
now you be a
he
good
already
shot
knew
today.
what the
My
outcome
boat, she no
of those
good. Full
trials
of holes,
would have
okay?
been? And that's why he ran 0 when he should have. Instead, he went on TV 1,000 times and lied about the effectiveness of cloth masks. The first time on 60 Minutes, he told the truth, and the rest were lies. And now, as this doctor says, Dr. McHugh, he says, in any sane world, this would be the end of masks. As a community intervention, there is no evidence that this can work. I have to point it to you, we don't live in a sane world. We live in a world run by a handful of billionaires that own the media and every legislator, and then they push a narrative, and that's the crazy, upside-down, pretend world of science we live in. That's the world we actually live in. We don't live in an objective reality. We don't live in an objective science. We live in whatever the billionaire who owns the media machine wants us to think. That's why you thought ivermectin was a crazy horse medicine instead of a WHO list of essential medicines that has saved billions of lives and is super cheap anyway. That's why you thought that, because the billionaires who wanted you to take the vaccine didn't want you to think ivermectin was a human medicine. That's why. Because on the chance it could treat COVID, they had to totally lie to you to make you think you were mad if you wanted to take it. There are tremendous amounts of people who call others anti-vaxxers, despite the fact that they still wear masks after receiving 4 or 5 vaccination doses. Apparently, they don't actually think their 5 doses will protect them, but a facial declaration will. Do you get what he's saying? He's saying there are people who are taking 5 vaccines still wearing masks. Do you not believe in the vaccine? Because I'm vaccinated against polio, measles, all that stuff. I don't worry about catching it anymore. That's why I don't wear a mask. When I get in an elevator, I don't worry if the other guy's been vaccinated for polio. I want to show one more thing, and then we'll bring in our guest, Nick. I want to show, this is from March of 2020. So this is before they all started lying about masks. This is CNN saying the same thing Fauci was saying. You ready?
The coronavirus crimes in America. U.S. health officials have a strong word of caution. Preparedness is appropriate. Panic is not.
There are things that actually can harm you and your community, and going out and wearing masks is one of those things.
Since the outbreak began, millions of people around the world have donned surgical masks, hoping to fend off the virus. Chinese President Xi Jinping was seen wearing one in public. But top health officials and experts say masks often don't provide adequate protection against something like coronavirus.
But that's CNN in March of 2020 saying even though you see people wearing masks, the experts say they don't provide protection from something like the coronavirus, which is similar to flu virus. Similar, not the same.
So the typical mistake is when I put this on, it may or may not fit, and what am I doing wrong here?
So right now you're wearing a mask that's supposed to be protected, that's supposed to be fully sealed. At this point it's not. So you'll see that you can actually, there's space where your nose is, that particles could actually potentially get underneath the mask.
Public health experts say many people who wear masks don't have them properly fitted. That means constant attention.
So this is the difference between testing a mask at a laboratory and testing a mask in real world, in community masking. They're not perfectly fit, people don't wear them right, they're constantly moving and touching their masks, which makes it worse because all the dirt and bacteria and virusy stuff is on your fingers, and then you put it on your mask, it stays there, and then you breathe it in. And by the way, even the CDC says if a mask gets really wet, you got to get rid of it immediately. But of course people don't. They keep breathing through them all day long, and they get wet with their breath, and they just leave them on